Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, another episode of Star Wars discussions. So a few days ago, I got into the stock market and decided to do some investing. The next day, Bob Iger returns to Disney, and the stock goes through the roof. You noticed that with the previous CEO of Disney, Bob Chapek or something, prices were going up, people were not happy. It was an overall disaster. Now, Bob Iger back, I think Star Wars would finally get back on track.
It's the Jedi Temple. It's been a while, but yeah. I remember every Jedi comes here as a kid. Or they did, when there were Jedi.
And I think the first step towards number one, getting Star Wars back on the big screen is getting rid of Kathleen Kennedy. So I'm glad that's finally happening. You just say, oh, she's a good producer, yeah, sure. But she can't make decisions to save her sorry-ass career. Look at her track record outside of the movies. Hire directors, fire them over creative differences.
Now be careful with the ice.
Creative differences, aka she can't get them to do what she wants them to do to promote her stupid agendas. So she got rid of them. It's that simple. Doesn't matter what she's produced. As the president of Lucasfilm, she's terrible for the brand. And in the business world, you need to be objective. Say, okay, she needs to go because Star Wars, as much as I love it on TV, it belongs on film. Belongs on film. And the fact that they have no Star Wars films lined up for the foreseeable future is not good. Invested way too much money into this property for there to be no films lined up. And this is all on her. Yeah, it's all on her. You know, it doesn't matter how I feel about her. I don't like her. But, sure, she's produced some good films over the years. So what? As the president, she's terrible for the brand. Look at this from...
The warmth is nice.
Look at this from the business perspective. Yeah, it's the smartest move you can do.
I remember this room. Master Yoda melted that door to let us into the caves. Not with the Force. With that crystal. The light passed through it and carried its warmth. I bet we can do it too.
No films lined up. Just think about that. Mandalorian works great on TV, but Star Wars belongs on film. It's that simple. It's that simple. So yeah, I'm excited that she's finally getting the boot. Should have happened a long time ago, but with Iger back, I think could finally start to see the sun shining again with Star Wars. Unfortunately, we can't bring back the OT characters, but maybe we could finally do something fresh instead of more in-between crap that we seem to keep doing over and over again. For whatever dumb reason, I just don't understand.
Don't fall
It's
behind.
like, my thing has always been, I'm an EU fan before anything else in Star Wars, so my thing has always been lore, history, good characters, and the Disney Wars films don't have any of that. There's no Jedi, there's no Sith. Sith are long gone, but yeah, Rey doesn't count as far as new Jedi because she has no training, she has no discipline, she has no idea what else she's doing, and somehow she's able to do all the stuff that she does because Kathleen Kennedy wanted it to be that way. The only reason that Luke and them are gone so quickly is because she wanted to promote her crazy agenda. And that's the only reason they're gone. All of them. Luke and Han especially. First one she got rid of was Han. Can't have a strong male character in the Star Wars film. Nope, can't have that. Next to go was Luke. The literal cash cow of the Star Wars universe. Gone. People like The Last Jedi, that's on you. I don't. It's a terrible film. Roundhead. Should never be out to direct another Star Wars film ever again. So that's the bottom line. Business-wise, yeah, get rid of her. She's terrible for the friggin' brand. Terrible. It was like, people try to give her too much credit. Like, yeah, she produced some stuff, but people don't go see Star Wars for Kathleen Kennedy. They'll see because of the Star Wars brand. Like, you kidding me? It's not complicated, people. And no one goes to see Star Wars to know what Empress Wrinkles is doing behind the scenes. Your concept is pretty funny, actually. It's like, hey, I want to see episode 7 to see what Empress Wrinkles is doing. Like, I know. I want to know what's happening with all my favorite characters. Guess we'll never know now, because they're all gone.
Hey, BD.
Like, at least with Bob Iger back in control, there's a chance that we can get some more fresh stories, actual fresh stories. Instead of retreading the same 5 things we've seen over and over again. Please, for the love of Christ, no more Death Stars, please. No more Death Stars, no more freaking bringing back villains that blew up 30 years ago. Like, please, stop. Nothing about that makes any sense.
Let's head out.
And I was speaking to someone the other day, I'm like, people, the Disney Wars trilogy, for all their talk about erasing the EU, it's all ripoffs. Almost all of it's taken from the EU anyway. Kylo Ren is a ripoff of Darth Caedus in the worst way. I thought Rey was Jaina. I thought she was. I hope she was. She's not. There's no Death Stars in the EU, thankfully. There are super weapons, but there's no Death Stars in the EU. Palpatine coming back is a ripoff from Dark Empire. He's a clone in Dark Empire, so it's not even the real Palpatine, it's a clone. Because it's impossible for him.
Cracks underwater, but it's freezing up here.
Possible for him to have survived that explosion.
I can feel it. It's calling to me. We must be close. Jedi can't pick any kyber crystal. It chooses you. Yeah, kind of like you. Got something?
Yeah, even if episode 7 was good, at the time it was. But everything that comes after episode 7 is what makes it bad.
It'll be okay. Let's hope it holds.
So yeah, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what Captain Kelly does. She's gonna take the fault for everything that happens behind the scenes, because she's the president of the company.
Whoa! Close one. Call's getting stronger. Let's hurry.
And everybody else associated with her, Roundhead, Jar Jar Abrams, they all were on board with her crazy agenda.
I'm surrounded by ghosts.
Which is exactly why we lost Luke the way we did, and why we lost Han.
It's hard to be here. Thanks, buddy.
And why Rey is, quote unquote, all of a Jedi or whatever crap tried to throw in the rise of Skywalker with no Skywalkers on screen.
It's them. How did they find us here?
So yeah, I'm glad she's gone. She's gonna be gone. That'll be right away, but it'll be refreshing. Maybe we can get something Old Republic finally. I'll tell you, I'm getting really sick and tired of all this in-between stuff. It's really annoying. I mean, if it wasn't for the Mandalorian, I wouldn't even care at all. Like, the Mandalorian is what saved Star Wars for me. Because it feels like really classic Star Wars from back in the day. Now, Kennedy was a producer on that, but notice how she's in the background. The movie, she's making almost all the damn decisions, which is why they suck. And people like Rogue One, I don't. Like, I get why people like it, but the reason I don't like Rogue Zero is because it's another rip-off story. The story's been told already. Stealing Death Star plans? The story's been done already. Kyle Katarn and Jan Ors are the ones that brought the original Death Star plans back in the day. Now it's Disney-fied, so people consider it to be whatever, you know?
It's through there. I can feel it. We're almost out of here. I promise.
Just want to reinforce this concept that she is a good producer behind the scenes, but when it comes to running Lucasfilm, she's terrible.
BD, don't come any closer. BD!
Like, okay, Disney Wars films made money, but Solo bombed. Just no one wanted a young Han Solo film. No one. I didn't. I didn't really like the kid that was cast. I liked the kid that was playing young Lando. He was alright. Close enough, I guess. Hey, just let this sink in. There's no Star Wars movies lined up for the foreseeable future. None. Not one. There was a Squadrons movie coming out. You never guess what happened. Cancelled. So I wrote down some things that happened behind the scenes that most people would probably forget about. Let's see. The fan base is still split down the middle. Let's see, she had this Forces female propaganda when they first acquired Star Wars. There's no movies lined up anytime soon. I already mentioned the original characters are gone, which would have been their cash cow into the future. You could have easily promoted the new characters through the originals, but since the originals are all gone, they have no chance now. And one of her first acts was to erase the expanded universe, and then they end up ripping it off anyway.
He failed.
And Roundhead.
Failure's not the end, my friend.
Roundhead Johnson had the your Snoke Theory sucks thing going on for months before the film came out. Jar Jar Abrams calling people man babies. You're sexist if you don't like Rey or whatever, even though she's a terrible character. Same with the Kenobi show with Reva or something. I don't like the character, not because of her skin color. She's a terrible character. But fans will be called names and this and that. The consumers, by the way, we call this and that for not liking something. And all this happened on her watch, by the way. The good producer, all this happened on her watch. So, just putting that out there. Pablo Hidalgo also has been ridiculing fans online for years. Roundhead insulted, disrespected Mark Hamill publicly a couple years back. The president did nothing about it. Never came out and made an apology. Never made Roundhead apologize to Mark Hamill. The president did nothing about it. I don't know why people keep defending this crazy broad, because she's done a whole crap ton of damage to the property that cannot be undone now. And like people always give George Lucas crap for the prequels. The prequels are made for a specific reason, not to insult the fan base, but to provide backstory for those that want to know the history of the original trilogy. The prequels that lead into the original trilogy, the prequels that actually have a story, the prequels that never bombed at the box office, not one of them. You can say the Disney Wars trilogy didn't bomb. Solo did. Last Jedi might not have bombed in theaters, but amongst the fans, it's still hated. Amongst many, myself included. I hate that movie. I liked 7 at the time. 8 and 9 make it 10 times worse than it is. So yeah, might be a good producer, but she's a terrible president. That's the bottom line. So yeah, I fully endorse her being kicked out.
That's good, buddy.
The time's come. This may be the last you see of me. I can sense the doom of the Jedi Order is upon us. No! Failure is not the end. It is a necessary part of the path. Hope will always survive in those who continue to fight. Like you, BD-1. I believe you will find someone just as brave and persistent as you have been. And you will help them, as you have helped me. But your memory will be completely lost. Are you sure you want to do this? Beginning total memory encryption. Only with a trusted connection will your memories be restored. I believe in you, as I always have. And I believe in whom you choose to replace me. Goodbye, old friend.
Your memories. You risked them for me. I believe in you too, buddy. Yeah, you're right. There's still a chance. There's always a chance. Come on.
this crap, about forgetting the past. Well, you can't have a future without the past, so. And this is what they used to promote The Last Jedi, by the way. Forget the past, kill it. And that's exactly what they did. So, yeah. Maybe she is a good producer, but everything behind the scenes, every decision that was made with the movies, not good decisions. And those are facts, people. No emotion here, just facts. For the record, I never liked her in the first place. For the record, I never thought Disney having Star Wars was a good idea anyway. Until The Mandalorian happened. Until Jon Favreau proved that you can actually make good decisions for the brand. Without having a stupid agenda. Which is all she was trying to do, by the way. That's all she was doing. Promoting her agenda. Forces female. The only reason Rey is able to do all that stuff she's able to do, because she's a girl. That's it. It's the only reason. All the men in those movies are made to look like idiots. Especially Luke. Did it on purpose. Make Luke look bad, make Rey look good. And then you wonder why Rise didn't make that much, or I'm sure it made a lot of money, but amongst the fans, I would say that's maybe slightly more important, because without the fans, who's going to see your movie in the first place? So, yeah, I think we need to get someone who's an actual fan of Star Wars to be the next president of Lucasfilm. Someone that's capable of making good decisions while letting some stupid agenda get in the way. And more importantly, get Star Wars back on the big screen where it belongs. Is that yearly thing with the winter Star Wars film thing? I think that was working. Something to look forward to every year. Every other year, I think, would be better, but belongs on film. TV shows are pretty good. I still have no interest in seeing Andor. I don't care. Really don't. I don't need to know every little damn thing about everybody in the galaxy, because nothing this guy does matters anyway. Now, I get that there are stories that play out across the galaxy. Believe me, I know. I grew up reading the Expanding Universe, so I know all of that stuff. So, still would prefer to have more compelling characters. And you know that thing, it doesn't matter if George Lucas handpicked her. He could have known she was going to be this stupid. There's no way he could have known what her agenda was from the beginning, from the moment we signed on that dotted line. He could have known. So, not his fault. I don't blame him at all. I blame her. Saying it from the beginning, like all she needs is the robe and the hood. She's the freaking emperor in real life. All she needs is the robe and the hood. It wasn't until Mandalorian and Fallen Order came out, started to see.
For us next. He's damaged.
It's like, one things I love about Fallen Order is that there's all new characters. All new characters.
Let's give him a thrashing. He's gonna wipe us out.
With the exception of Vader at the end.
We won't be routed.
I can't let this in.
Get up here. We'll vanquish you.
New characters, new planets,
An intruder down there.
no Tatooine. For like a zillion times seeing friggin' Tatooine. Crying out loud. No Death Stars. Christ.
Did you see that? Oh, great. It's just me then.
Do your magic, BD.
It's like they had the Inquisitors in the Kenobi show, and they just made it look incompetent. I mean, the only other OP character I can think of from the old EU is probably Starkiller, but he was a game character in a game called The Force Unleashed. So there's a reason why he's like that. There's no reason for Rey to do all of the crazy stuff she's doing with no training. At least with Cal, we see his training, we see his master, we get to know his story. I thought this was going to be a standalone story, so I was prepared for him to like die at the end. Because he doesn't exist in the movies. But it seems that Respawn and Lucasfilm Games have plans for him, so I'm down. I just don't want to be floating around out in the galaxy. Because having all these Jedi running around makes Luke less special.
Seer, we need to get out of here. They've taken over Ilum.
Are you all right?
No, they spotted me. And that's not all. They're mining Kyber crystals.
Captain, prepare for takeoff.
Say the same thing about Ahsoka. As much as I love the character of Ahsoka, I think she should have gotten the axe in that Rebels cartoon after she fought Vader. Because how much really sense does it make for her to still be around after all this time? I know aliens age differently, but I'm looking forward to the Ahsoka series, but I'm like, you know.
Enemy above. Okay.
Get the target.
He's on the run. Or don't! I got him!
Back up, I've got this.
You see a glimpse of Dathomir in this.
We'll win easy. Try dodging that.
Get up here! Hurry! Let's take him on!
Going in for the kill.
Get him! Step back! He can't beat all of us. Killed. Damage taken. My guard persists. On it! Target is weakened. Burn.
I knew he couldn't take it.
Smash him!
Reach me. You can't beat us.
I can't get a good hit.
Get in here. Back up, I've got
Death is certain.
So my thing has always been
He's got me. Jedi's moving.
new characters, new stories. Stop with the in-between crap.
You're lighting up Imperial channels. They're sending everything they've got at you.
Are you in Grease safe?
We're laying low, but the storm's clearing. We won't have any cover soon.
What about disguising the Mantis' signal?
That trick only works if they're not expecting it. I have another idea.
Not to go off on a tangent, but one of my problems with the Kenobi series is that, aside from the fact that he failed his one mission, Kenobi is not an action-based character. He's more tactical. Let me think about this before I make a move. He's more likely to manipulate or use someone to his advantage.
I've sliced through their encryption. I'm scrambling transmissions, but it won't be long before they're restored. Hopefully it'll buy us some time.
Thank you. There's stormtroopers everywhere.
Ilum was our planet, Cal. Don't let them forget that.
Instead of rushing head-on into a fight. Which is why it was so funny when Reva thought she could actually beat Vader. Makes me laugh every time. It was like, how stupid is this broad? That made me laugh. So at least there's some humor in the show, you know?
Dodge this. Understood. I'm done with this one. This one's mine. Don't pay for that. So fast.
Come on, BD.
Ice and cold have never stopped us before. Someone ahead. I'm taking point on this pursuit.
Execute the intruder! You're alone now, Jedi!
The only person I can see taking over as
They broke
president.
through and called reinforcements. Every Star Destroyer in the sector is on their way here. If they get here before you do.
No, we didn't come all this way to get captured. I'll be there.
The only person I can see realistically taking over as president is probably Dave Filoni. I doubt he'll do it, because he's more of an animation type dude in the background again, so I have to find someone else, hopefully an actual fan of the property. Do they have to be a fan? No, but it makes a difference. Look at Marvel. Now look at DC. Someone like Matt Reeves making the Batman. It shows that he knows what he's doing. And then another thing that Empress Wrinkles is like, oh, there's no source material to pull from. I'm like, have you gone completely mental? You're like the hundreds of freaking books from the EU that you disregarded and then you ripped off in the first place. I mean, where do you think the Kenobi show came from? You. I mean, the Inquisitors were introduced in that Dopey Rebels cartoon. I don't consider that to be you, but Mandalorian's you as far as I'm concerned. But, yeah. It's like my thing with the in-between stuff is that there's no mystery anymore with Star Wars, and the original trilogy was founded on mystery. You didn't know about the Clone Wars yet. You didn't know about the history of the Jedi yet. So Lucas went back and told that story. Disney Wars, it is starting over. And then it's like, oh, you wanna know Han Solo got his blaster? How he met Chewbacca? No. Gonna make a Thai movie about it. You wanna know how the Rebels got the Death Star plans? Even though it's explained in the first 3 minutes of the original film? No. We're gonna make a Thai movie about it. And then we're gonna go back in time and make a prequel to that prequel. Surprise.
You did it.
Yeah, sounds
We
fascinating.
did. I wouldn't be here without all of you. I used to sit on Baraka dreaming about storming Coruscant with survivors from the Jedi Council. Instead, the Order's hopes rest on a gambler, a fallen Jedi, and a failed Padawan. A bunch of screw-ups.
You can say that again.
BD's the only reliable one. He let Cordova wipe his memory so he could stay behind and guide us. But you're both willing to sacrifice everything. To keep going even when it seems impossible.
Failure's a part of the journey.
I get that now. Thank you. All of you.
Hey, wasn't there a gigantic crash ship on Zepho? Think there's any good loot in that thing?
Prequel to a prequel. Yeah. No. I just don't understand where the hype is coming from for that show. I don't get it. I didn't understand it for Boba Fett either, because he's a boring ass character, always has been. He was never that interesting in the books either, so. So, man, was just a discount Boba Fett. Like, no, he's not. He's his own character. Might look similar, but it's mostly because of their T-shaped helmet. But Mando is better than Boba Fett in every way. Please, it's not even a contest. I'll say this: his look in Mando season 2 when he came back with the Tusken gear, that was a cool look. With the moment he put the helmet back on, just went right back to square one. I'm like, man, almost had something good going on there. But for me, what I would have done was, at the end of the season 2 premiere, when he shows up at the end looking over the twin suns, I would just have him disappear into the desert and just have it let it be. Because the main thing people wanted, fans wanted, was to know he's alive. And that revealed that. Didn't need to see him ever again after that. And I would have been okay with that. That would have been cool. Okay, so he's alive, fine. Now let's move forward and stop going backwards. I've said it for years that Lucasfilm is stuck in this little box of the original trilogy. They can't seem to break free and do something else. Because, I'll tell you how annoying that is. Going back and forth through time. Next thing you know, they'll be making freaking, more in-between stories.
Really putting some wear and tear on my ship.
You always wanted to explore the whole galaxy.
And did you?
We explored many planets. Tombs and temples related to the Zepho and Jedi. But I hit a limit. To him, there was no limit.
The poor crazy old guy was left alone.
He was always alone, even when I was with him. He cared about his work and the future more than anything else. He didn't have the time. He was always on the move. Logano was the first place I ever saw that looked like he settled, even for a brief moment.
All right, we're here. Get in your chair.
It's like this planet hopping reminds me of KOTOR from back in the day. Because every time you went back, it was Imperial control. It did that the Force Unleashed as well. Go back to a planet that you were previously on, it's Imperial controlled. So I like that continuity. Bringing elements of the EU into, I guess this is be canon, I don't know.
Converge on the target.
Hey, concentrate fire!
Loud and clear.
Okay, do that!
Yeah, I'm glad she's finally gonna be gone. Should have happened a long time ago. But, important thing is that it's happening now. She'll probably be gone next couple of months at best.
Back up,
This type of
back up,
things
Sid.
take time, so it's not gonna be an overnight thing. If up to me, I'd put it in frozen carbonate and be done with it. But I'd love to see that actually.
Break's over. Let's do this. I'll shoot him! Get after him! Jedi, too quick! Stay back. Just stay back. Enemy below.
Charging to the enemy's position. All allied units down. Take back.
What are you doing here? Take that.
Yeah, if anyone disagrees with anything I just said throughout the course of this video, feel free to leave a comment.
Like I need backup to kill you.
Tell you, most people talking about this stuff seem to be really one-sided. Just talking about it as a producer isn't enough. It's not the issue.
I knew this was a bad idea.
Another thing I want to say is that this looks amazing on my new TV. So yeah. Worth every penny. This is like, we look at the current state of Star Wars, and even if there was a new film, what the hell would the story be? There's no good characters to take to adapt it anymore. Just gonna see a Star Wars film just because Lando's in it. Lando's one of those characters that thrives. He works better alongside other characters like Han or Luke or Leia. What we got here?
What's that? You're going down. Still standing, huh? Pretty quick, aren't you? Oh.
It's like one of my main issues with the Kenobi series was the fact that Kenobi let that crazy broad walk away. So this is exactly why you should have taken her out. I don't want to make him any less of a hero if we did it. She knows where Leia is. She knows where Luke is. She knows who Vader is. She knows where Kenobi hides. She knows Bail Organa is on Alderaan. She can attack him anytime she wants if she snaps again. It's too risky. She knows too much. So you look at the Rebels cartoon, even though I didn't really watch it that much until Vader showed up. But Darth Maul, I think he showed up on Tatooine looking for Kenobi. Didn't be like, oh hey Maul, we're best buddies now. No, he took him out. Just like he did in 1999 in The Phantom Menace. Why? Because he's a freaking threat. He's a threat to his mission. He's a threat to the kid that he's supposed to protect. Which he can't do if he doesn't have the freaking force, by the way.
Taking aim. I got it. I damaged him. Strike him quickly.
And I said for a minute that the Kenobi show should have been a character study, not an action-packed show. Which Disney couldn't even do that right, so... Bottom line is, they should not have fought Vader more than once in that show. If anything, it should have been the last episode. Should have been more build-up. You know, those type of characters can build up to something like that. Rematch of the century. And okay. That definitely was not it.
I won't let you win, traitor.
People listen to what I'm saying and think I'm hating, or I'm just criticizing it like anybody else. She knows too much.
Meet BD. Just what we need. Hey, BD, in here. What'd you find?
I know Kenobi's good, but taking her out for the greater good wouldn't make him automatically go bad. Because he is good, and he would be doing it for a purpose. Anakin murdered people just to murder them, because that's what he does. But Kenobi doing it would be...
Time to fight. Hold still.
Gotcha. You won't get me. I'll break your guard.
Say the whole point of Kenobi and Yoda going into hiding was for the mission to be a secret. The moment he goes off Tatooine, Vader knows exactly where he is. Send the entire friggin' Empire after him. Or in this case, the Inquisitors, but Inquisitors were incompetent buffoons. So, that failed. So I, for one, I'm looking forward to seeing some actual good Star Wars films going forward. Hopefully with no more freaking Death Stars. Again. I guarantee you Death Star is going to show up in some capacity in the Andor series. Guarantee it. There's no way it won't. There's no way it won't. I don't have to watch the show to know that. It'll be there. Some way. It'll be there. Another reason to sit this one out. I'm sick of the freaking Death Star. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all this in-between crap. Found the same damn story over and over again. This is what this guy lives. This is what this guy's life like at home. Who the hell cares? Gotta take 3 episodes to build to a heist episode. Just tell the damn heist episode. It's wasting time. Now I'm a writer, so I like to build up my own characters. Once in a while, build them up over the course of a couple chapters. But that's a book. TV show, you could tell a build-up episode in like 10 minutes. You don't need to repeatedly do it over and over again. You got an hour-long episode, you could tell a heist thing in less than 30 minutes. You don't need to.
Did you see movement?
Hostile detected. Requesting maintenance. Knockdown initiated.
Lay down suppressing bot. Oh dear.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to well, I would say more saga films, but that's pretty much done. We all thank Disney Film for that. Disney Film and Empress Wrinkles for making all the terrible decisions that she made.
Where to next?
Dathomir, huh?
It's time I faced him.
Yes. You're ready to face your past.
What about you and Trilla?
I don't know if I'll ever be ready. You know what you need to do to start healing, and I'm so proud of you for that. I have my own path.
I'm here for you if you need me.
As far as this game goes, I think the only character that probably should have died is probably Seer. Because just the fact of her going up against Vader and walking away is hilarious. But
All right, kids, sit down. We're here.
it's either that or she turns. So I think it'd be kind of cool if she does turn, become an Inquisitor, and that would be kind of awesome. Like a reverse Anakin Kenobi type of thing. No, would they do that in movies? No. They don't have the balls.
We'll be fine.
They don't have the balls to have a villain actually stay bad outside of Palpatine. They won't do it. That's why this Acolyte show is probably going to stink too, because whatever bad person is in the show is going to probably be redeemed by the end. Just like with Reva. Because she said she's sorry, guys. That makes it all better. It's like I really wish that Lucasfilm would actually have the balls to make a villain that's bad stay bad for the entirety of however long they're around. Kylo Ren got freaking redeemed out of nowhere, though he didn't earn it. Reva got redeemed. She didn't earn it. It wasn't earned. They just did it because Luke can't die, so that's the only reason it happened. It was stupid, but I'm just like, you know. I know Vader can't die in the 4 other movies, but letting someone as dangerous as Vader walk away is stupid too. But that's Vader. Reva should not have been allowed to walk away. It's too dangerous. If not physically, emotionally, she's unstable. Let someone like crazy as that walk away, she's gonna go on and do something 10 times worse.
Let's get to work. Oh, come on!
Can I just kill this guy?
Take it!
Adult Jedi would suffer! Catch me now!
I guess he couldn't fly. Yeah, well. That's about all I got today for this episode of Star Wars Discussions. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Bob Iger leaving and Empress Wrinkles finally getting the boot.